Hi guys, and welcome back to Easy Cycling. I'm Rebecca and I'm here today with a short video on what is comparisonitis and how do we rid comparisonitis in cycling. Now, comparisonitis is a word that I've made up simply to actually mean it's actually a mindset that's set up when you go out cycling, or when we go out cycling and we find that we start comparing ourselves to riders around us. So for example, if you go into a sportif and you suddenly find everyone going past you, which is a very real scenario at some point in the event sometimes, you start to think, oh my goodness, I'm not good enough, oh my goodness, my training's not good enough. Or for example, you might go out with friends at the weekend and normally you keep up with them really well, and then at some point you may suddenly just get dropped for some unknown reason. You get dropped and you don't feel that good, your legs don't feel that good, and you're not keeping up with the people you usually do, and you start tearing yourself apart that you're not good enough, that something's not happened, or this or that, and why is so and so ahead of me this weekend, but you know, I was keeping up with him last weekend, and etc, etc. So you get the idea. Comparisonitis, it really is almost like a disease or an illness, that a mental state that just kind of sits there in a rut. You're in a mental rut, and it's unless you actually realise that you've got comparisonitis, it's very difficult to shift it. So really, this is what this video is all about. It's actually how to actually identify comparisonitis, as I've just mentioned, and then actually rid it. And the way you rid it is very, very simple. It's very quick. It's just a simple mindset shift. And literally in focusing in on our own performance. You must focus in on your own performance. And by doing that, how we do this, well, obviously you just look back in your own bike rides and see how you've actually improved over time. So looking back in things like your training diary, very important, because you can see over time your improvements, and now you can see why a training diary is so important and how it can be used as a tool to overcome this mental state and keep you in a positive loop about the truth about your own performance. Because obviously comparing yourself to other people around you is actually disillusioning how you're actually performing. It's not a real measurement in how you're actually performing. And in actual fact, in many cases, it's untrue. So the statements you're coming back from these, either a sportif or even from a bike ride with friends, is actually completely wrong about you. Your self-assessment is completely out of sync as far as how you're actually properly performing. And the only way you can actually judge how you're actually performing is by checking your diary, going over, seeing where you've actually come from and where you're actually going with your cycling. And you'll be really surprised once you start focusing in on what you're actually learning over time. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised exactly how much you're learning, how much you're actually improving. And once you realise this, that feeling of feeling not good enough, which comes from comparisonitis, just totally dissipates, and you start to focus in on your bike rides again and get the motivation back. So this video is all about comparisonitis and how to get rid of it. So thanks for watching this short video. I'll be back again with many more tips and tricks about how to improve your cycling. Thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.